And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing.
In the gym. And I got my hair done. Shout out to the braider. My hang time. We've been working all day. All day we've been working, baby.
Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the back. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly warned Canelo Alvarez to stay away from Terence Crawford after seeing some intense new training footage. Sources say Mayweather was shocked by Crawford's lightning-fast speed, sharp footwork, and clean, powerful combos. The leaked video shows Crawford looking more focused and dangerous than anyone anticipated.
That we can't overlook. You never overlook any opponent. We can't base everything just off power.
Floyd Mayweather has never been one to hold back, and his latest comments about Canelo Alvarez are no different. Reflecting on their 2013 fight, Mayweather pointed out that he was already 40 when he dominated Canelo in the ring. He stressed how easily he outboxed the younger star, hinting that Canelo might be overrated. In Floyd's view, all the hype around Canelo doesn't match what he brought to the ring that night. It's a clear message from Mayweather: experience, timing, and ring IQ can beat youth and raw power any day.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Floyd Mayweather has openly questioned Canelo Alvarez's physical transformation over the years. He's accused Canelo of using steroids, pointing to the failed drug test in 2018 as something that shouldn't be brushed aside. Known for his clean record and disciplined training, Mayweather sees noticeable changes in Canelo's body and performance as warning signs. For Floyd, this isn't just about their past rivalry. It's about protecting the integrity of boxing. He believes controversies like these put a cloud over Canelo's victories, especially when he's facing smaller or less powerful fighters.
Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
It's been proven.
Yeah.
Oh, Canelo. Oh shit.
It's been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay.
And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you eating steroid cows. Man, these boys.
Jeff Mayweather has added more fuel to the growing excitement around Terence Crawford's rise. He believes Crawford's all-around skill and adaptability could pose a real challenge, even to someone like Floyd Mayweather. Jeff pointed out that Floyd is still in great shape, staying active in training and closely involved in the sport. He even suggested that if Crawford beats Canelo in dominant fashion, a potential showdown with Floyd could become more than just talk. It might actually happen and fans would be all over it. The idea has sparked major buzz, casting Crawford as the link between boxing's past legends and today's top stars.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
During the recent face-off between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, things got heated when Crawford suddenly shoved Canelo. But instead of getting rattled, Canelo smiled and said it actually fired him up. The moment wasn't just for show, it added real tension to an already intense build-up. Canelo's calm reaction showed he thrives under pressure and isn't afraid of confrontation. That shove didn't just stir the crowd, it pushed both fighters into a more focused, determined mindset, raising the stakes for their upcoming clash.
Hello, what did you think about the shove, that moment that happened on stage?
Oh, I'm turning it on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
I'm gonna train so far.
Terence Crawford has always acknowledged the impact Floyd Mayweather had on his growth, not just in fighting style, but in mindset. It's not about copying moves. It's about thinking smart and staying in control. Like Floyd, Crawford has taken charge of his career, making smart deals, building his brand, and keeping his focus on the bigger picture. In the gym, he trains with discipline and precision, making every session count. While their personalities differ, both fighters share the same game plan: outsmart the opponent, own the spotlight, and succeed both in the ring and behind the scenes.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boss. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
Yeah, like plot. Like,
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
When Floyd Mayweather talks strategy, it's based on experience, and his win over Canelo is still seen as a blueprint for beating a powerful opponent with smarts, not brute force. His message to Terence Crawford was simple: don't trade punches with Canelo. Instead, break him down mentally with movement, timing, and awareness. Crawford, known for his ability to adapt mid-fight, seems perfectly suited to follow that plan. This fight isn't about raw power, it's about who can think quicker and adjust under pressure. And that's exactly where Floyd believes Crawford has the edge.
Terence Crawford jumping up from 154 to 168 and beating this quote-unquote version of Canelo Alvarez would diminish the accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather accomplished beating his version of Canelo Alvarez. Is it two different versions of Canelo Alvarez? And obviously, Canelo Alvarez is 62 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is obviously bigger. When Floyd fought him, it was at 152 catch weight, but it had no rehydration clause. So you might as well just say it was at 154. Now, two things they have in common is that Floyd Mayweather was 36, 37 years of age. Terence Crawford is 36, 37 years of age, going on 38. So he'll be 38 when he fights Canelo Alvarez. Floyd had already had 2 fights at 154. He had the fight with Miguel Cotto, and he had the fight with Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Kell Brook's opinion carries real weight. He's been in the ring with both Gennady Golovkin's power and Terence Crawford's precision. Based on his experience, taking on Canelo demands more than just skill. It takes speed, smarts, and serious grit. Brook believes Crawford can't rely on his usual pace. He'll need to stay one step ahead, counter quickly, and handle Canelo's constant pressure. Every round will challenge Crawford's focus and reaction time. Brook stressed that this isn't just a physical battle. It's a mental chess match where strategy has to shift and adapt every moment.
You know, it's a wow fight, you know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, move up, and I know when I boxed Golovkin, there's a big difference, especially with someone that, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay, but when you find someone like, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, I have to lean towards Canelo, but Crawford's very, very, very good.
You think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring, but he's very much a good mover as well. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more. He kind of sets his feet and is just he's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. You know, both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience and just his ring generalship. You know?
Among both fans and boxing experts, there's a rising belief that Terence Crawford might be Canelo's toughest challenge in years. And it's not just hype, it's based on Crawford's consistent dominance, impressive wins, and unmatched versatility. His skill to switch stances, change pace, and read opponents in real time has everyone talking. This fight is shaping up to be a clash of two top-level technicians with very different styles. It's the kind of high-stakes matchup that draws in both hardcore followers and casual viewers, reigniting real excitement in the sport.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Terence Crawford is top 5. Top 5, I'll die on that hill. He's my top. He might be top 3. He might be top 3. I just gotta see what's up. But I'm gonna be real. This Canelo might be the most fucking locked-in Canelo I've ever seen in my life. My boy Canelo is too fucking locked. He's not even speaking Spanish no more. He's speaking fluid-ass English. He's not even Spanish no more. Oh boy said, how will this affect the Canelo legacy if Terence Crawford beats you? He's not going to beat me. No, he's not going to beat me. But this will go down in boxing history. But he beat me. He's not beating me. No, you're not different. No, you're no different than no Spanish. Canelo is locked in. Yo, I'm telling you, this is that fight rap. I feel a little bit scared for my favorite.
Terence Crawford and his team understand that following someone else's game plan won't be enough. They've crafted a strategy tailored specifically for Canelo. Crawford's style mixes patience with pinpoint accuracy, and his ability to switch stances mid-round adds an extra layer of unpredictability. Facing a veteran like Canelo, who's used to setting the pace, Crawford will need to take smart, calculated risks. The goal isn't just to outbox him, it's to disrupt his rhythm, shift the flow of the fight, and make Canelo uncomfortable in his own zone. It's about forcing him to rethink everything he's used to doing in the ring.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there, why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. While both can have a bit of similarities, the speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement, it's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound-for-pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo, but that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
Oscar de la Hoya's warning brings a dose of reality to the hype. While he respects Crawford's talent, he points to a key factor that can't be ignored: size. In boxing, even when skill levels match, weight and strength can shift the outcome. Having faced similar challenges himself, De La Hoya knows how tough it can be to overcome a size disadvantage. On paper, the fight may seem balanced, but physically, it could lean in Canelo's favor. He urges fans not to let the excitement or big payday overshadow the risks. It's a reminder that chasing greatness should always come with caution.
William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who? Oscar.
Oscar being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
No, if you see Thursdays, Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, this is the truth again. It's a money grab. That's it. Yeah.
Nico Ali Walsh offers a fresh perspective on the upcoming fight, zeroing in on Crawford's preparation. He points out that Crawford isn't stepping into this challenge unprepared. He's been training with bigger, stronger sparring partners to simulate Canelo's power and pressure. This approach isn't just about sharpening skill. It's about building the strength and resilience needed to handle a naturally heavier opponent. Walsh sees this smart preparation as the key to turning a risky matchup into a real opportunity, helping Crawford close the size gap and level the playing field.
So I'm just worried about that, but I think it's a great opportunity for both those guys. I think people are going to watch it, so it's an exciting matchup.
And we have another mega fight. Let's be honest, September. Canelo and Crawford, two guys been around that you've trained with and things like that.
Yes.
Fight.
That fight, everyone was siding towards Canelo. I would say it was like 80-20 people with Canelo before Canelo's last fight. But then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just build up for that fight. It's just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight. And Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades. You can see it with his shadow boxing. You can see it.
Teddy Atlas views the fight as a battle of balance. While many are focused on Canelo's power and physical strength, Atlas highlights Crawford's intelligence and mental sharpness. He sees this matchup as evenly matched, each fighter bringing a different kind of strength to the ring. According to Atlas, Crawford's quick reflexes, meticulous preparation, and strong mental drive could neutralize the size difference. To him, this isn't just a physical fight, it's a mental showdown to see who can think faster, stay sharper, and handle the pressure when it counts most.
He's too big, and Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Matrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. He won, but it was more competitive we thought. Well, we didn't understand how good Matrimorph was because we underestimated him because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter, right? And he's on this card, of course, but he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that, so we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our expectations were so high, and that's wrong. That's wrong. He won, he changed gears, he did what he had to do when he realized the level of this guy in front of him, and he got the win. But again, people are going to say Canelo's too big. He had trouble with a 154-pound guy when he went up from welterweight to that. So now he's going up to 168. Teddy, come on. How are you going to make an argument? You'll make an argument through this, through the history of this sport, where little guys have been able to beat big guys, because you reverse it. You reverse who's got the advantage and the disadvantage. Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, well, maybe he's got the advantages. Like the first time Pacquiao fought De La Hoya. And I know De La Hoya was having trouble with weight. No, I get it, man. And that's fair. But still, I remember I picked that one. Every once in a while I pick one right. I remember that I picked that one where Pacquiao's going to win. And I said, yeah, you're saying that De La Hoya's bigger, he's stronger. He's got the power edge, he's got this edge. But the other guy's quicker.
That's it for today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates coming soon.